In the Alwar district of Rajasthan, an official government sign stands guard outside 16th century ruins. It states that entering the premises before sunrise or after sunset is strictly prohibited. To the locals, this is a legal boundary, a necessary protection against what many consider India's most dangerous historical site. According to regional folklore, Bangarh Fort fell victim to a dark sorcerer named Tantrik Singhiya. He became obsessed with the kingdom's beautiful Princess Ratnavati and attempted to slip a magical love potion into her perfume. But the princess saw through the trick. She smashed the potion against a heavy stone boulder, which then magically rolled over the sorcerer, crushing him. As he died, he unleashed a curse to doom the entire city, declaring that its walls would collapse and no roof would ever stand again. When you walk through Bangarh today, the sorcerer's curse appears perfectly intact. Every single building in the city is completely roofless, but curses don't level stone fortresses. If black magic didn't wipe this thriving city of 10,000 people off the map, we have to look for the historical force powerful enough to actually do it. To understand the destruction, we have to rewind to the year 1573, when Raja Bhagwan Das originally constructed the fort. Bangarh quickly developed into a prosperous hub. It featured multi-story palaces, complex temples, and bustling bazaars, all funded by the region's highly strategic political and military alignment with the Mughal Empire. At its peak, this was a heavily fortified metropolis housing 10,000 residents, deeply embedded within the rugged Aravalli Hills. A settlement of this scale and wealth does not simply vanish overnight. Erasing a city this entrenched requires a systemic, catastrophic failure. The historical reality of Bangarh is a story of a multi-generational decline that began in the late 17th century. The initial pressure came from politics and geography. As the Mughal Empire began to fracture, regional instability rose. Concurrently, major global trade routes shifted, bypassing the valley and bleeding Bangarh's markets dry. The final blow landed in 1783, when a catastrophic famine devastated the region. The residents of Bangarh didn't disappear in a sudden flash of supernatural retribution. Starving, broke, and geographically isolated, they simply packed up and fled the valley to survive. The city was killed by the grinding, highly lethal forces of macroeconomics and environmental disaster. With the history established, we can examine the physical evidence of the haunting, starting with the famously roofless buildings that supposedly validate the dying sorcerer's curse. This is a basic architectural reality. The original structures used thick stone for the walls, but timber for the roofs. After 400 years of weather, monsoon rains, and scavenging, the wooden ceilings completely rotted away, leaving only the durable Alwar courtside shells behind. What about the ghostly sounds? Tourists regularly report hearing disembodied cries echoing through the ruins at dusk. Bangarh sits at the bottom of a stone valley, creating an acoustic basin that naturally amplifies sound. It also borders the Sariska Tiger Reserve. Those ghostly cries are the calls of monkeys, hyenas, and nocturnal predators echoing off the rock walls. Which brings us to the government warning sign at the entrance. The Archaeological Survey of India places identical signs at unlit ruins across the country to prevent tourists from tripping over ancient masonry in the dark or accidentally surprising a leopard. Every paranormal anomaly reported at Bangarh is a direct physical reaction to centuries of total abandonment. 4 centuries later, Bangarh remains a city defined by the cold weight of its past. When a civilization dies, but its physical skeleton remains standing, it creates a historical vacuum. As the true written history of Bangarh faded over generations, the people living in the surrounding villages had to make sense of the staggering, empty ruins sitting in their backyard. They manufactured folklore to fill the silence. Bangarh Fort's actual downfall was far more mundane than any sorcerer's curse. This metropolis was eventually overcome by the combined weight of famine, politics, and time, leaving behind nothing but stones and stories.